I'm trying to fix you so you can't ask a question. By asking you a question, are you? You've got to answer yes. And I say, good. That's it. That's the self. Only be, and that's the self. Which means stop being a body. That's all there is to it. Nothing else. Total, complete, finished, period. Any questions? I want to record with it, but there's no questions. Is that hard to understand?
Yeah.
When you only are, that's it. So what's your job? Stop being a body. Identify with your beingness. You say you are. Identify with that. And let go of identifying with the body. That's all there is to it. Yeah, there's no spirituality in helping the world to progress. Because what you're helping is to make the world a good, solid Maya illusion. And the more progress you have, the more you move up from physical pain into mental pain. When desirelessness is attained through wisdom, its power disintegrates the two remaining vessels, the astral and the causal. That's what we can do here. Eliminate all three containers by becoming desireless. When desirelessness is attained through wisdom, its power disintegrates the two remaining bodies, astral and causal. But the higher you go, the more sensitized you become, the deeper and more intense are your feelings. And the shame of it all is that when we're here, we don't realize that in this physical realm, you can eliminate all other realms. And there's only one way to become desireless, which is equal to becoming egoless. But I believe the word desireless is a better cover-all word than ego. So, why don't you let go of your desires? They bring only agony, momentary pleasure, which is only relief from the lack artificially created, with lots and lots of pain. It's one thing people don't seem to know is how intensely they're suffering all the time. Compare it to the top state, and wow, all these subconscious thoughts are a real heavy burden, agonizing. So, I'm trying to sell you the idea that this world that you still think is so wonderful is nothing but hell. And that by undoing it, you have an opportunity to undo a tremendous amount of future hell. The only reason why you're not getting full realization is that you're I say?
Holding on to the physical.
Oh yeah, you're holding on to the physical. You're holding on to being a body. The body being the vehicle through which you can satisfy desires. Well, I guess the body itself is a desire in order to satisfy more desires. Any questions? After you undo desires, then you're free. You see good and bad, joy and sorrow as the same. And you're really free to indulge in either or both or none. So the object is to become desireless, and then if you make up a desire, it doesn't hurt you, and it doesn't help you. Or if you make up a sorrow, that too doesn't hurt you, nor help you in your happiness. So once you get free of the concept of being a body, whatever you do in the world is done by choice, and it can't touch you anymore. This is the part, I guess, that makes it difficult to understand the masters. You've been around them. Have we all seen masters? You've seen a lot of them. They eat, they sleep, they get sick, right? But you really couldn't understand that, could you? Why should a master be sick?
Well, one time Papa was sick and his body was, showing much pain. I stayed in his room and he sat up and he said, the body is, I forget what he said. He said, Ram, this is always the same. He said, so don't worry about this body.
Yeah, but what did you see? You saw the body.
So I said it to him.
That's why it's hard to understand masters. We want them to behave like non-bodies while being a body. It's ridiculous. They are actually behaving differently. They're not identifying with the body. That's why Bhagavan would moan and groan, and his disciples thought he was really suffering, but he never thought so, because he saw the moaning and groaning, like the laughter and happiness, as a flimsy mock-up.
Now, when you come here and you're not feeling well, you don't get any sympathy. Because it sure feels good even when you're feeling well.
Well, why do I tell you about it?
Because we're probably wondering.
So that you'll know it makes no difference. Like Papa was trying to tell you. Ram Dass is always the same. But bodies come, go, hurt, feel good. But if you don't identify with being a body, if you identify only with beingness, that's always all perfect.
Body, mind. Same with the mind. That's where the pain is.
The mind is a subtle body. Better let the mind be the creator of the body. But you do have to eliminate mind, because mind is a cause of matter. Well, mind itself is a limitation. We're getting intellectual now. So I ask you again, why don't you give up this misery, this world, this body? Any answers?
Well, I think that what you said last time, that
subconsciously, I feel that my joy really is in the world, and it's just very, very deep.
Okay, and whose subconscious is it?
Mine.
Does that give you a key to something? But the chances are you'll undo the mind in parts, in large chunks. That takes weeks when you do it in large chunks.
And fortitude.
Desire to do it. Wanting to do it. And then that want disappears. Then you have no more desires. You don't even desire to be. You can't desire to be because there's no choice anymore. There's only beingness.